we have share screen, and we have now participants to join. Okay, so this is our solution. This is what we have found for our warehouse situation, and here are the coordinates which are optimal for us to take care of. And let's say that there are no more routes to New York, and we just cut those shipments to New York. We just delete this city uh, from our perception of the task. And whether these latitude and longitude be the same, whether this distance 12 miles will be the same or not. So let's implement solver once again and try to solve it. And note it was not perfect. If New York is out of sight, then we need to move our warehouse a little bit, and the mean traveling distance will be 11.06, like that. So let's once again try to find try to find what options should we use. Inside the solver, we should place boundaries for latitude and longitude. These are the values which we are changing, and latitude should be less than or equal to 90 and longitude more than equal to 150. And then we also need to place the option which is requires bounds on variables which we place out of sight. Use multi-start is a good option. Maybe for one warehousing problem it's not necessary, but for two warehousing problem it will be necessary. And we move on to two warehousing problem. Calculate the distance like that. Just to check that the latitude and longitude are here. Here is the distance to second warehouse, and we calculate the minimum distance, which is the minimum out of those two. There are two warehouses in the country, so we use only one warehouse, which is the closest one. That's why we implement the minimum distance. And let's say that our warehouses are situated 1, 1 and 2, 2, and we need to find those two warehouses and minimize the mean distance over here. So let's implement find the minimum value, changing cells which are those cells, and the constraints again are latitude less than or equal to 90, then longitudes are more equal to 150, and all variables are positive, more than 0. Inside options, we check the use multi-start and click solve. So it finds out something which is strange. It shouldn't be so. Solver options require bounds. Set objective mean. Solve P1, 2, 2, 3. Those are using. Yeah, we have to change the values to here. All right. So now it's the problem set properly. So we are using both warehouses now. So all variables must have lower and upper bounds. So we change Solution is found. Once again, somehow it tries to find the distance which is not great. So how can we set those values that that are reasonable? Longitude squared. So let's try again. Somehow it tries to find different values, and it's really strange. So if you spot the problem might be over here, because when we try to make it larger, the result changes very great. So here is what we need to place, less than or equal to 150, and now it should work. It should be about 500 miles right here. Yes, and now it works. So here is the option to place two warehouses. So we minimize the distances. We just need to carefully set the distance and make sure that these two variables are F4, they are not changing. Here variables are different. For the second warehouse, they are not changing. The second part of the task might be involving the third warehouse. Let's make it. Here's the third warehouse. Here's distance to third warehouse. Here's what we are implementing. Like that. The minimum distance must involve those three warehouses. Okay. Okay. Total is just the sum, and mean is the mean. Okay, let's try to find out the solution by changing cells, changing constraints. Okay, changing this constraint. Okay, and changing the last constraint like that, and solve. So the distance should be less than 500. Whether it is possible to find, pretty sure about 400 is possible to find. We're just waiting. Solvers, so yeah, so 390 is possible to find if we place three warehouses. And here in our latitude and longitude, maybe it's possible to find out the coordinates. And here is inside the map. Inside the map we have to change the coordinates like that. So here's the northeast, but west. Okay, let's find out the coordinates. So it finds somewhere over here, and we got the location of the third warehouse somewhere in this particular point. So west and north should replace like that. Okay. So here we have dealt with our third problem.